Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where it appears that we are pretty much just pushing across Brazil at this point. So that is pretty awesome. We are making some progress here. We have some actual holdings here now, and how are we doing with supply here? Reasonably. It's completely fine. Our supplies appear to be fine across the board. So that, well, not so fine here. But we can always just back troops off like the AI has them doing and just chill back here and get supplied. And then return to the front. So that's not really that big of a deal. And we are definitely pushing across very nicely. Got a nice bulge going on here. Well, we'll definitely push into that and have no problem getting them out of there. In fact, I think they're already retreating. Yes, indeed they are. Perfect. Perfect. So we need to start thinking about what happens after Brazil falls, right? After Brazil falls, maybe we need to attack Inca. They're currently non-aligned. Or maybe instead we should push into like Suriname and Peru and then go after Inca. And then there's also Inca X15, who appears to be a different nation. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. These are both the same Inca, right? Yeah, they're the same Inca, assuming they can't duplicate flags. I don't know, maybe they can duplicate flags, but these guys are pocketed and dead. So that is wonderful. These guys are also pocketed and dead. Our push is, at this point, pretty inexorable. I think what we're going to do is... Are we currently at war with Suriname? Actually, we are. They're in the Alliance of Ojibwa faction. So that is perfectly fine. I think we're going to begin potentially justifying on Peru, but I think we're going to hold off on doing that for a little while. I'm not too interested in doing that just yet. Did Free India bail on us? I'm noticing that they're not getting anything here. That's a Chickasaw. I think Free India did bail on us. They just got it started and peaced out, it would appear. I don't see any of their troops here. Okay. Oh, is that one? I think this is a Free India troop. Or no, this is an attached unit from... What is this, Netherlands? It's on loan from, I think, Netherlands. Okay. Well, it's not Free India anyway. Yeah, it would appear that Free India peaced out. I mean, I don't think they peaced out of the war. They just kind of left. Hi, Pratiharis. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Free India. Yeah, Free India is definitely still in the war. They just aren't currently pushing across Brazil. This is just us doing this. So that's good. We want to continue to push this line, if at all possible. These guys are on a balanced manner right now, whereas we are aggressively pushing down here. I was thinking about moving these guys back up to aggressive. I think I won't. Oh, here comes Free India's armies. Looks like, or actually that's their navies. Free India is still running around, but they don't appear to be on the ground over here anymore. They appear to have pulled out. So that is completely fine. I'm not too concerned about that. We might push into here. That would be interesting. We're very close to Brazil's capital, though. What do we suppose that the odds are? I did not want to put that tank brigade into the airborne divisions. Let's go there instead. What do we suppose the odds are that Brazil capitulates? They're 75% towards capitulation. Okay. So they're getting super close. If they lose their capital, they might capitulate. I don't know if that'll be enough or not. It depends on whether we have VPs over this way or not. They don't have very many victory points out this way, though. I'm kind of thinking that they will capitulate if we take their capital. And that's mostly just a matter of time at this point, especially when we link up this front. Also, that is a lot of planes. Hi, rocket artillery. not like you're too impactful. We'll grab MP just to continue finishing up these technologies. Excellent. So this army group is pushing onward nicely. We're missing motorized and light tank, but I don't think we're actually missing any of those. I think we have quite a lot in our stores currently. Yeah, we have quite a lot. So I'm not concerned about that right now. Ooh, we got a nice push here. Fantastic. And now that we have a solid logistical front over here, this is going quite well. However, we can't get complacent. Let's check in on our infrastructure status in this region. Aha! We absolutely need additional infrastructure. Excellent. I'm gonna leave these, I think, where they are down here for now. We do need to continue going through... I'm actually going to get rid of all of these land forts. I don't think it's necessary to construct these land forts anymore. These naval bases are probably similarly unnecessary. I'm going to go ahead and construct them, though, for now. Okay, so we'll just get underway like that. These are, of course, civilian factories that we're building. Excellent. And we're gaining fuel. That's always a good sign. We're currently short on rubber. I'm not surprised by this, but... do we get rubber from Brazil? We get some. Yeah, there is definitely rubber in Brazil. Great. We're currently importing all that we can from Malaya. We'll get a little more from Majapahit. We'll probably call that good as far as our deliveries go. And realistically, I mean, this is still ongoing over here. We're still pushing to the coast. Brazil's capital has indeed fallen. Their capital has moved to here, and that's okay. Excellent. These guys are beginning to be trapped. So that's very nice to see. If we can just push in here, these guys are pocketed, other than this naval base, but they aren't really... Ooh, this is an interesting push that we made here. I'm not sure that that push is maintained. Yeah, it absolutely is not. These guys are, I think, certainly going to claim this back. Oh, wait. No, we're still there. We're just hiding behind everything else. Interesting. Okay. Well, we are making solid progress across Brazil at this point. To the point where this foothold is, I think, kind of GG. Like, I don't think they can maybe choke us out on the Panama Isthmus, but that might become a chokehold. But even so, we can just land up here. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We're about to link this up over here. These guys are retreating. We have linked. We do have another research slot available. 2, actually, to be precise. I guess we can grab motorized rocket artillery. That's something we could do. We can continue just working our way through this tech tree and grabbing absolutely everything. When are we going to be pushed in over here? Not for a little while, but that's okay. Our supply situation over here is getting even better. So that's fantastic. Don't want to go into the pause menu. Yeah, we're holding off these pushes. Brazil just can't stop us at this point, I don't think, even with all of their friends. Although, some of these battles aren't going tremendously well for us, and I think the reason for that is probably to do with supply zones, although this is not so bad over here at this point. Although I am noting that this supply zone... Does this cut off here as the supply zone? I believe it does. Yeah, we've taken this whole supply zone, so we should be fine as long as we're doing aggressive attacks. That said, we should certainly be doing any infrastructure repairs that we have available right now. And infrastructure construction should be high priority too. I think I moved a land fort up, and that was not necessarily what needed to happen. Okay. Infrastructure construction should also be top priority. Yeah, I don't care about that land fort right now. Perfect. Well, let's get underway on getting all of these infrastructure repairs done. And see what we can do about alleviating the supply situation in this region. Now, the current bottleneck here is definitely the local infrastructure. So that is something that we need to be working on. Wonderful. We've linked up here, which means that these lads now have local naval base limiting that to 39, but even so, they have perfect supply. I'm going to bump them over to aggressively attacking. Excellent. I'm no longer concerned about this in the slightest. The question is our army group stopping here? I think they are. Okay. That's noted. We're kind of stalling out here, but to a large degree, that's because our army group here doesn't really have much for an offensive line. And honestly, I kind of want to take this supply zone next. It's not necessarily the most impactful, but it should be relatively easy to take. So we just draw an offensive line right through that supply zone. Like, I want to scroll, but apparently I can't. So right through the supply zone, like that. That should do the trick. Do it. This can be taken by these guys, in theory, especially with this support. Excellent. Yes, we're probably going to struggle over here a bit, but we want to be attacking them. We don't want them to be attacking us, so that we're damaging their infrastructure. They're not damaging our infrastructure. That's the idea here, anyway. We do not need any additional infrastructure creation right now. And we're doing pretty well on our infrastructure repairs. So that's good to see. Let's take a look at our logistics over here. 77 out of 74. That's not too bad. And our infrastructure is going to continue to come up over here. Okay. Brazil has capitulated. This is awkward. This is very awkward. So, we've got this up here. We've got Suriname up here. I feel like we need another army group here. And I'm going to move 2 armies into this army group. We're going to delete these orders. And we're going to tell this army group, which I believe... That was odd. Had to go back into that map mode to see. We're going to tell this army group to set up a front line along here. And we're going to tell this army group to set up a front line along here. Like this. And then we'll be able to move these guys as needed. That is certainly awkward. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, they're just going to do this nonsense. This is not surprising. Okay, so I want this army group to be essentially offensive lining like that. But this is a super awkward offensive line. We'll see what our general comes up with. Something along those lines. Yeah, we just need to essentially reorient here. And we'll see what the line ends up being. We're probably going to lose all of this, is my guess. Suriname is going to take it. That's reasonably okay. Actually, you know what? Let's just give up on this for right now. Let's remove these orders. And let's tell these lads to frontline right here. And these lads, I want them to frontline, like, ideally over this way, but over here will be, I guess, fine. But I'm going to actually delete this and have these guys frontlining essentially up to there. Maybe a little further. No, I don't want you moving. Please don't do that. Please don't move. How do I tell them to stop moving? Stop moving. There we go. Okay. So I want to actually edit this order, but I'm not entirely sure how one does this. Does this edit it? Without sub-army lines, blah, blah, blah. I think that might edit the line. Maybe. Army Group 3, Army Group 3. Those are actually, I think, different orders. Yes, they are. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We'll just put a front line right like this. Okay. There we go. So we'll just let this shake out as it is, and then we'll push in over here. Suriname is going to take all of this. This is just sufficiently awkward that I think it was never going to be. So these guys' mission should definitely be to offensive line like that and try to shorten this. Excellent. And these guys' mission is basically just chill for right now. Okay, so we have some unassigned divisions. Wait, was that paratrooper? No, it was not. Okay. And that one is fine as well. And this one? Any others? Yep, we've got additionals. Looks like a fair number of them. Okay, that was it. We also need some technology being researched. That's fine. Excellent. Can we do any additional iron or rubber development right now? The answer is no. We may as well do all of this development that we can, I think. Okay. Well, let's see what this guy comes up with. It looks to me like we're going to be able to hold this line without any real issues. And Suriname is just going to run through this. That's fine. I'm not concerned. Are you actually executing? No, you're not. There we go. Now he's executing. Perfect. We want him to continue to attack. And as far as this line is concerned, I think I'll just let it be. Or actually, no, I don't. I don't think that. I think I'll push... What is this? Oh, okay. This never got deleted. Fine. That should definitely be deleted. We'll do an offensive line like that. Okay. And you can start aggressively executing that. Excellent. We'll see what we can get here as far as push goes, but we're going to have to reorient quite a lot here as we get that set up. But that's fine. So we're just pushing to remove this section of Brazil, and then maybe we'll have some of Ethiopia left, but I'll be a little surprised if we do have this up here left. I fully expect Suriname to take all of this. These battles are going to be interesting. These guys are retreating from this bulge. These guys are reinforcing, though. So that will certainly be interesting. Okay, we've grabbed that. Perfect. Well, Brazil's capitulation is actually a really big deal for us. I want to check in with our trade here and see... Okay, we no longer need to be delivering this tungsten from Ming, that's for sure. And this steel, we no longer need quite as much. So we'll just back that off a little bit. Wonderful. That is very, very nice. That, of course, frees up a few civilian factories for our construction. And we can continue construction over here. I'm not really going to prioritize that infrastructure right now. It will require prioritization later. But as long as Suriname is attacking over here, I don't want to be helping them. So I'm not going to prioritize this for sure. And we seem to be doing reasonably okay over here. We don't have a marshal in command here, and we probably should have one. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, Suriname is just going to continue pushing in here. That is fine. We will push them back. I want to just set up a front against Suriname right now. That is the current goal. And we are winning over here. Let's take a look at our logistics and see if we're lacking in anything major. Modern tanks, we have a deficit in, that's for sure. Modern tank destroyers, we have a pretty big surplus in. Let's check our production lines here. Okay. Let's grab another modern tank production line. And let's move this up to this position right here. This is going to cost a lot of steel, but we don't currently have the military factories for this. We're going to back military factories off of our modern tank destroyers and put them into modern tanks, like that. Excellent. There we go. We'll start working on that production efficiency, bringing that up, and we will start working on our modern tank deficit. Okay, looks like we've pocketed these guys over here, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're pocketed. So they're pretty donezo. That is fantastic. Excellent. We've now linked up over here. So, that's fine. We're going to hold where we are for now and see where this shakes out. I want to make sure that we grab this pocket. Okay, now we're going to redo our orders here. So I'm actually going to remove all orders from both of these. Excellent. And these lads are going to head over here to get as far over as they possibly can. But I'm going to draw the front line as being essentially... maybe not quite that far. This is their front line. For these guys, their front line is going to be simply that. These guys' mission is to push an offensive line to be there. And they're going to start working on that immediately. These guys, they're going to do a lot of redeployment. So they're going to try to go over here and defend as much of this territory as possible. Excellent. There's only so much that they can do at this point. But if they manage to push us out of here, that's not a big deal. That is completely fine. We'll see how far we can get. In terms of supply zones, this is not looking too bad. Okay, I keep trying to do that to head back into default map mode. I don't know why I hit escape. It's just a very strange thing. Can't explain it. As far as additional infrastructure goes, we're looking good for right now. That's great. And yeah, Suriname, 100%. They were always going to grab pretty much all of this. It looks like we might be able to... Okay, we're cut off here. That's fine. However, we have opened up a front against Suriname. And that is completely fine. Wait, are we going to push through here? We've pushed back through. That's great. I very much like that. I imagine they're going to take this territory, though. And if that's the case, then we want to set our front line here as probably being like this state line, or not state line, but this supply region line. So let's set our offensive line here as being exactly that. Excellent. We can tell this guy to execute it, but he's not really in position, so we're just going to leave him be for right now. And let's grab a technology to research. I don't really care what one. Excellent. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish off Brazil and push into the Republic of Suriname. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.